Hello and welcome to this new Starfield video. Today we'll talk about everything new in Starfield, and opening nightlife on Gamescom just went down, so there's a lot to talk about. For example, we'll be looking at what Todd Howard had to say on the big stage. There was this live action trailer which I can't show you because of audio licensing problems, but as always, all the links to my sources are in the video description down below, so go ahead and definitely check out that trailer if you haven't already. But of course, there are more important information to talk about, like for example a 40-minute leak of gameplay of Starfield. We'll talk about that, of course, spoiler free, but there's still some really good information we can pull off of it. Then we've got some new information about planets and exploration. We'll talk about that. A very good comparison of gameplay from 2022 and 2023. So we'll take a look at that. And then I've got some more information and dates for you. So a nice round package. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. And for all things Starfield, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and activate the bell notification to never miss a video. But now let's jump right into it. Opening nightlife on Gamescom just went down, and we've got some pretty good information on Starfield right off the show, as Anon Zur and Todd Howard were present. Anon played the Starfield theme on his piano on stage, and then Geoff Keighley invited Todd Howard onto the stage, and he had some things to say about Starfield and what Bethesda is actually showing of Starfield at Gamescom behind closed doors. I really enjoyed the short chat they had on stage, but take a look for yourself.
Todd, thank you so much for coming all this way to Gamescom. We're all very excited to step into this new world, Starfield, and the next week, early access. Set up for people, why did you want to make this game, Starfield? Why did you want to create a new world?
You know, I think like a lot of gamers out there, we have dreamt of a game where we look to the skies and we can blast off into space and explore. We love to make games where we can explore these worlds. We've done like with the Elder Scrolls and the Fallout series, but we wanted to do something brand new where you could explore with complete freedom in the galaxy. It's a game we've always wanted to play that we think a lot of people wanted to play as well. It's kind of that dream game.
Yeah, I wish I could talk about it, but it's quite an experience, and I know everyone here is very excited to jump in soon. What did you bring here to Gamescom?
Yeah, it's really cool. We've built a 300-person seat theater where we're actually showing the beginning of the game, and you start out as a miner, and you touch this artifact that affects you in some way, where you see a bit into space-time, and then you get to create your own character. Our games are about creating and being whoever you want, and then you're off on adventure.
I saw even someone on the internet this week created you, I think. Did you see that? Someone tweeted out a picture. They had somehow figured out.
I see a lot of things on the internet. I'm not sure that's real.
Tell us about sort of how the adventure starts. What can we expect?
Well, you jump off, you're joining Constellation, which are the last kind of group of space explorers, like NASA meets Indiana Jones searching for these artifacts. But the story goes a lot of places. The game has a lot of surprises that we haven't talked about. I don't want to spoil them here, yes. But really, really happy with how the story turned out and where it goes.
We're so excited for everyone to get a chance to play it. So thank you for all you've done for our industry, Todd. Everyone, Todd Howard.
Thank you. Can't wait for you to play the game.
And I can't wait to play the game myself. Just a few days until we get our hands on Starfield. But it seems like that there are people that already got their hands on Starfield, and they posted some really lengthy videos of the first mission onto YouTube. And of course, that spread like a wildfire. We're gonna talk about the leaks, but of course we are not going in depth. There are no story spoilers or anything else. We're just gonna talk about the quality of the leaks and the reaction online from all the users who have seen the video. Let's go ahead and take a look at this article from insidergaming.com. They say it happened. Starfield gameplay has been uploaded online, with some players throwing caution to the wind and staring defiantly in the face of Bethesda Game Studios. Recently, almost an hour of gameplay was uploaded to a small YouTube channel, with one player capturing gameplay through a device pointed at a television set. Like it's 2009 all over again. It was really hilarious because the video looked like someone recorded it with a mobile phone, and at some point a baby was crying in the background, and the player took like 10 minutes to put on his helmet, so it was really cringe to watch, but it gave a good impression on how Starfield is running, and I think that's a big takeaway from this leak and also this article right here, because they say Starfield's gameplay looks superb. We're not saying anything to spoil the game, but even in these awkward leaks, Starfield's gameplay looks absolutely fantastic. It's almost impossible to notice that it's locked to 30 FPS on the Xbox Series at times, and the animations, scenery and environments are brilliant. That's it, we're saying nothing more about it. But the main takeaway here is that even the quality of the video was subpar, Starfield's gameplay absolutely looks fantastic. And that's also the verdict of all the people who have seen the leaks, either over on Reddit or also in my comment section on my previous videos. So that's a really good thing, and it just gets me more excited about the launch of Starfield. Next up, we have to talk about planets and exploration. As we know, planets are procedurally generated except some landmarks. And we know planets can vary in size. Some are very small, but there are others that are very big. So naturally the question comes up if we're able to explore the entire planet by foot. And Jeff was asking the same thing over on Twitter. He said, when I land on a planet, will I be able to explore that whole entire planet? And Pete Hines goes ahead and says, yep, if you want, walk on, brave explorer. So practically we could land on Earth and explore the entire planet just by walking around, which is pretty crazy. Just imagine how long it would take only to explore Earth. But there are supposedly hundreds more planets that are as big or even bigger than Earth, so this is pretty exciting. Next up, I want to show you a comparison of gameplay footage from Starfield from June 2022, and if you remember, the game should actually launch November 2022 and then was pushed back for polishing by almost a year, and a user recognized this footage being shown at Gamescom opening night live. And go ahead and check out the side-by-side comparison or previous and after comparison of this footage. This is 2022 compared to 2023, and I think you can see a vast difference. So this footage right here looks so good, so detailed, compared to 2022, where everything looked pretty bland and pretty, I'd say, gamey, not very detailed compared to this footage. All the backgrounds and the spacesuits, they look really, really good. That gets me really excited on how good the game seems to be polished, and I hope all this attention to detail went into all aspects of the game, not only the opening portion, but I believe from what we've seen until now, the game has gotten some good overhauls and a lot of polishing. Now I want to give some quick public service announcements and one fair warning for your launch day. We've got some information from Xbox to set your alarms, because on August 23rd they will live stream from the Gamescom show floor, and they will be live from 4 PM to 7 PM Central European Standard Time or 7 AM to 10 AM Pacific Standard Time with Starfield amongst other games. If you don't want to miss out on that content, be sure to tune into the live stream. Right on to the next PSA, because NVIDIA just released their Starfield game ready drivers, and they also contain DLSS 3.5, which also received a pretty impressive trailer, so go ahead and check that out. And just a quick reminder, all the information I talk about here is linked in the video description down below, so go ahead and check out those links if you need them. Right on to the next flash news. I wanted to share with you this new Starfield wallpaper. This was officially released by Bethesda, and you can download the desktop version or the mobile version on their website. So go ahead and check out that link. I personally never have desktop wallpapers, as I tend to keep it clean with just a black background, but I also went ahead and downloaded and installed it on my computer and even my mobile phone, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. And now I want to give out a quick warning, because a few days ago I was talking about the DLSS mod that presumably will come to Starfield right around launch, and in the meantime the modder Pure Dark has said that he will charge money for his mod. And now the data miner Sebastian Castellanos shared this on Twitter. Looks like Pure Dark has implemented an authentication system for his RDR2 FrameGen mod, where you need to first authenticate yourself as a Patreon sub of his in order to use it. So if you obtain the mod by sailing the high seas, it won't work until you sub to his Patreon. But there's something else to consider, as this post over on Reddit suggests, because Groovis shared this: for anyone considering buying Pure Dark's DLSS mod at release, this is pretty important information. And then he goes ahead and links a screenshot of another post that says, I paid $5 once for his Jedi Survivor mod, and every time a game update releases, the mod breaks and you will have to pay another $5 to resub and download the updated mod. So in a new game that gets updates often, you'll need to pay way more than $5 to keep using the mod, essentially turning it into another subscription service. So not supporting this poop at all. Just a fair warning for everyone who considers subscribing or buying the mod, that there might be some additional costs, especially if the game receives a lot of updates and the mod breaks often. But that's it for the video. I hope you find yourself well informed on all things Starfield. If so, your support is much appreciated, and I wish you all an awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one.